and go to anything anymore, and they don't take cash because they don't want to deal with it. But yet it seems like we're taking cash in a whole lot of places that I don't understand why we'd be taking cash. But anyway, something for future conversation. I just was really asking, because to me it should be either number one, it's cashless, or number two, I mean, if you go out and you're gonna pay a bill someplace like the highway shop, it's like, no, sorry, you have to go downtown and you have to pay the bill. We're not taking payments there.
Yeah, so there are a number of the departments we've been cutting down on the petty cash, and we've been eliminating those. But really, it's just, it's a legal tender. We try to be helpful, so when someone comes and wants to pay cash, it's like people still like paying cash to pay for the property tax bill. Would we turn that away? Every time someone uses a credit card, we pay for the user fee, or we gotta jack it up. If you go to the airport and you wanna get out of there, some people have cash, they wanna use cash. I guess it's I think by department.
I get it, Chad, and I do like to use cash as well in certain situations. It's just not practical in a lot of instances anymore. And, I get we're trying to be whatever, but the private sector is like, I'm sorry, we're moving away from it because the liability and the loss and all the rest of it. So, I mean, I think when you make changes, people get used to it eventually. And it's just something, food for thought for down the road. But, I mean, versus where, we're paying for a courier to run all over Brown County to pick up seats. And I know it's sporadic, but.
Chairman, what I was gonna say is I can have finance run receipts with, if we can break it up via cash, and we can kind of see what type of volume we're dealing with. And then if they're really low, I can talk from the low. I've been trying to get rid of a lot of the cash handling, because that's just ripe for problems. But some of those areas are just convenient, so I can take a look at that.
Okay, all right, thank you. Any other questions for Ray? All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
All right, moving on, number 3, info technology. We don't really have a director's report, or do we?
Well, what I was just gonna do is just give you an update. So I'm meeting with Ian's direct reports over the next week, kind of drill down. I've asked them to relook at the goals, and then we're gonna meet as administrative group, kind of fine-tune what type of goals we want to do to kind of cross-coordinate and make things a little more efficient. So we'll be going through there. If there's something specific you want to see in the report, other than the Bug Custom app that's actually now, we're kind of looking at it. So for instance, for cybersecurity, we're finding out there's like three or four people that are continuously getting bombarded with phishing things. So like our resource recovery, it's crazy. So some helpful things to kind of get rid of, like areas of cybersecurity that won't cause us problems, obviously, and then some good key metrics. And then can put those in the report so we can have something that we can talk about. So we'll be working through that over the next month or so.
Okay.
This was kind of like a hiatus in the board, because we're sure what was going to happen at the board. So.
Before you run away, you want to put up the little fuzzy thing that flew off?
Oh,
you just stepped
No, it's
on
on the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
It goes on the.
It was on that mic right there.
I was
Right
looking for a
knocked
way
it
to
off.
see if
No, I
you
know. There you go. Beautiful. Thank you. No,
Thank you, IT
no,
Director.
you've done quite enough, thank you.
Thank you, IT Director John.
Yeah, that's great. All right, 3I, broadcast feasibility ad hoc committee, open meetings they're not here. Open meetings to present a formal proposal regarding broadcasting county board meetings and standing committee meetings to include all costs, including but not limited to the cost of video storage per hour video at a specific resolution such as 1080p. So I'm going to turn it over to Supervisor Towner, whose part-time job is working for open meetings, I guess, so it's all yours there.
I wish they'd start paying me at some point. Mr. Trice does apologize for not being here. I didn't get a chance to talk to him directly. I got to talk to the director of open meetings. I don't know what their title difference exactly is. Mr. Trice is dealing with some family matters that has kind of taken him away completely from being able to do any work for the last couple of weeks. So He does apologize for not being able to be here. In front of you, and for those of you that don't have them, I can hand them out at some point for you, but in front of you, you do have what they gave us for a contract. The director, Mark, I don't remember his last name, did say that in the emails to me and then also in the phone conversation that I had with him as well, that this is kind of their first go around of giving out a lot of contracts for this service. So as you can see, it only being a page, I can guarantee you probably is not what our core counsel is really looking for. He wants some more language probably into that. And what I would love to be able to do is at some point sit down with our core counsel, kind of hash out some of the things and even have them have open meetings with us and have those conversations. What I was impressed with what they were giving us, at least for a price and what they were looking for, is if you look under that annual software license year 1, and then under that streaming premium pilot, they kind of list out all of the different things that they're going to be trying to do, that they would be doing for us. So secure, reliable, ad-free, compliance grade, includes 1 stream, transcription, and unlimited storage, existing agenda management users, public portal with video, interactive agenda, interactive packet, and interactive minutes, additional concurrent streams available for a fee. That price was the $24,950, or I'm sorry, $24,995. So just under that $2,500 that Chad was trying to quote us a few times. That does include that storage. When I had the conversation with Mark, the director, I really tried to get out of him like, okay, you're telling me the storage is free this year. What does it look like for next year? What does it look like for the year after that? And all of those things. And they told me, and they told all of us in a broadcast ad hoc committee meeting that they were going to be having a conversation with Amazon, their storage portion of Amazon on December 14th, and Chad did not get any, Chad Trice did not get any solid numbers at that meeting. That being said, part of what they were also willing to do is allow this to be up to a 3-year contract for us. So it would be $2,500 every year for 3 years, and that would all be unlimited data for those 3 years. So I don't know what it looks like the 4th year, and I don't know what that would all mean, and I know that that's probably not, it is part of where I'm struggling the most, is because we have to hold on to this for 7 years. So I don't want this to be on the 4th year, all of a sudden they're like, well, no, it's $25,000 that you have to pay to hold on, for us to hold on to it. And I don't think that's the price, but I don't know what the price is, so I can't give a quote exactly on what that looks like. I was impressed when I was talking to the director of Open Meeting on a lot of the different things that they were willing to do with transcription, what they were willing to do with talking to us about what it looks like on a screen, what it looks like when it's presented to everyone. It does entail a little bit of us either talking with IT or with the county clerk's office to try and kind of nail down that technology piece of what it looks like when we are having the camera go back and forth between supervisors, the chairman, between people talking in the audience, things like that, and also there's different ways to be able to show it to make it so that it's a quad screen. So if we wanted to, what we could do is we could actually have it so that it always stays on the chair. One of the quads is always on the chairman. One of the quads is always on where a person would come up to speak. Another quadrant of the video would be on whoever is, one of the supervisors that's going to be talking. And then the last quadrant could be what it looks like on the screen of what Clerk Moynihan has, where it's the voting, or what it looks like on that secondary screen that's right behind Mr. Moynihan. So there is some options there of what it will look like. They are going to expect us to send them a recording of the January meeting, and then they'll send us back a transcription of that for us to be able to take a look at and see what the transcription looks like. I at this moment don't know what that will actually entail, so I'm looking forward to it just as much as everybody else. I'm hoping that it picks up everything well. I'm not positive if you know, I'm talking in this microphone and Supervisor Van Landen starts talking to his microphone, what that looks like exactly. I'm hoping it turns out well, but if it doesn't, we know that that's part of the transcription portion of this, and making sure that the transcription and the viability of all of those things is to the highest degree before we can put it out to the public. That was a lot of questions.
So Ross, to what level are they gonna record at the meeting? Is it just, audio and then they're gonna, or are they actually going to video record and we're gonna get a product back that we?
So it's whatever we decide to send. So I do have to talk to IT and to the clerk and to the IT person at the library. I know Mr. Weininger was able to do a little bit of a recording for us for the December one.
So if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman, what, the system allows it to be recorded, so it does get video and audio. It does pick up, the audio is really good, it does pick up a lot. So they would get that full video and audio file, and then I would assume they would take that and put the text with that and then send it back for review.
Correct.
When you say system, what system? The one that's at the library?
Yeah, so
Okay,
the-
not their system, our system.
Our hardware system.
Okay.
So our software works in our hardware system. Whenever the chairman moves the camera around, that's what you'll see. And it's like watching the meeting as there, it's just whatever's on the camera is what you're going to see. So at the next, well, you're gonna be recorded anyway in January. So when you're in the meeting, just pay attention to where the screen is, and that's what they're gonna pick up. The problem is when you have people close by, it records everything, and I don't know how they're gonna separate that out, but they probably have better software than what I have.
From what I'm told, I don't know exactly what it's all going to look like. I'm hoping that this is going to be something that comes back and it's, you know, perfect, but I don't know.
Yeah, but they'll get a full video file that
Correct.
has audio and the video on it. So. And then they take that, put the closed captioning on the bottom, send that back, probably go to Henry for him to review the accuracy.
Henry
Court
really wants to
counsel.
watch our meeting a second time, I know he does.
And then from
They get
there-
better with age.
And then from there, then you guys could probably just take a look at it and see what you like, what you don't like, and then probably have additional conversations with open meetings.
Dave, go ahead.
Thanks. Just a comment on the document we received. Three things stood out to me. One, it's entitled Exhibit A, so I am assuming this attaches to an actual contract, and it would be really nice to get what this Exhibit A is attached to from them. The second thing I noticed was mentioned by Supervisor Tolner. It says unlimited storage, but when they were here, they said, well, maybe for up to 3 years is my recollection. I asked them, could they come back today and please be specific? You know, I need the contract language, I need how long they're going to store it, if it's, because we have a 7-year retention on it. And if they're not able to do that, then that's a cost, you know, we'd investigate a side storage. And then my third comment would be, I don't see the word captioning anywhere in here, and I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I think they meant it by the transcription portion, which I understand probably doesn't do the same.
So when I, requested, please come back with more detailed
Yeah.
information, and I understand family emergencies can come up, but when they provide this for a document, it gives me a little concern.
I completely agree. So when I sent the emails out to them, it was very like, I got the phone call back from the director of open meeting, and it very much became like, I need something. You told us you were going to have something at this point. And so this was given to me this morning, or sent to me this morning, and
Sure.
I talked to him yesterday, so.
Yeah. And things can happen, I
Yeah,
understand.
and I don't feel like this should be a finished product at all, and I thought it was funny when I was looking at it and it had authorized signature at the bottom, and like it was trying to like have us actually start signing them something. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to ever get anybody to sign this. And I agree with the Exhibit A portion. I'm wondering if this is attached to the contract that we have with open meeting for the voting system and all those things.
Hard to say.
And
I just don't know.
So,
Yeah.
I would have no issue asking those questions as well.
I appreciate that, Supervisor.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just wanna make sure that I have this correctly, so Ross, Supervisor Taylor. We are just going to be, at the next meeting, using our hardware system just for the transcription purposes of it, to see how it transcribes and would do that portion of it for the streaming. But then when we update our software system with open meetings would actually record the meeting.
We always have the ability to record the meeting. So, yesterday, 3 years ago, whenever the basement of the library was put together, that facility was created to be able to record those meetings. I think all you need to do, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, is really have a computer there or something to be able to encrypt or encode that.
I would just say to catch the video and audio, to catch the meeting, and then however they catch the meeting, however Open Meetings does that, they would have to catch it, and then they would take it and then transcribe it, and then put it back to us. And sooner or later, be hopefully more automatic, where the chairman just clicks on the button, it gets recorded, it gets uploaded, it gets transcribed, and then it's made available.
Because there was some comments made prior that we couldn't really do anything until our open meetings, system that we had was updated. Why was that then?
Well, it's not that so there's open meetings is not just this system that is what is being put out here for this video. It is also what Clerk Moynihan uses for when we're voting. It's for the agenda. It can be for minutes once we get all of this stuff done. So they have other components, and they started out as a company that was doing all of those things. And so every few months they're doing updates. So they want to continue to update. And one of the things that is in their updates is actually doing the video portions of this. So they're putting this video portion in as an update. I actually think we're probably one of the first counties that they're trying to do this with